Hello and good day everyone. My name is Karo Anwar bin Ismail. I'm a PhD student for the Graduate School of Business in University Science Malaysia. Today I'm here to present about my research paper that I wrote along with my supervisor, Prof. Natsiyah binti Abdul Wahid, with the title of A Review on the Multidimensional Facets of Perceived Risk in Online Shopping Environment. Let us first begin with my study introduction. The development of online shopping nowadays has attracted more consumers to start to purchase through online channels. The importance of online shopping was made more apparent today due to the recent pandemic that was caused by COVID-19, where it has encouraged more people to start to purchase through online channel in order to avoid going to the physical shop. However, despite online shopping promising growth, it was still recognized as a risky activity and was mentioned to generate more risk and uncertainty compared to the traditional form of shopping. Sharma in 2017 stated that perceived risk has been proven as one of the leading reasons why consumers stop from purchasing online. Additionally, Ashoi and Sain in 2016 mentioned that perceived risk has become an important concept in explaining consumer behaviors and therefore should not be neglected. After taking note of perceived risk importance, this study aims to review the previous literature in order to identify how perceived risk as well as its dimension was optionalized by the past scholars. After reviewing the previous literature, this study found that some scholars that examined the impact of perceived risk towards consumer online shopping adoption and acceptance has applied it as a single construct. However, other scholars have highlighted the importance of examining perceived risk as a multi-dimension. This is because when consumers are shopping online, they are exposed to a different type of risk, such as risk related to the product, time, and even finance. It should also be noted here that each of these risks did not bring consumers the same amount of fear. While some other risk dimensions are perceived as very important to the extent that consumers become concerned and worried about it during the entire shopping process, there is also other risk dimensions that are considered as less significant and even inconsequential to even warrant their concern. Because of this, scholars such as Yang et al. In 2012 have suggested that online retailers that seek to lower their consumer perceived risk and boost their likelihood to engage in online shopping should properly identify which risk dimension that their consumers are most concerned with. As I have previously mentioned, the aim of this study is to identify the existing perceived risk dimension in the online shopping literatures, as well as how they have been previously optionalized by past scholars. To accomplish this study has applied an electronic search throughout several journal databases and added the Google Scholar. A set of 12 keywords and their combination was then applied to help the search for the relevant article. Using this method, this study managed to identify a total of 13 articles that was published between 2010 to 2020, which was then included for further review. After reviewing these 30 articles, this study managed to identify 12 types of risk dimension, which will be discussed in the following slide. So here is the risk dimension that this study has identified. Product risk is the risk that is related to the product where it did not meet the performance requirement that consumer want. Financial risk is the risk that is related to the possibility that consumer will lose out their money when they purchase online. Privacy risk is the risk that is related to the consumer losing out their private information due to the online transaction. Security risk is the risk that is related to the potential loss of information due to the online shopping website being hacked by the third party. Source risk is the risk that is related to the online seller, where consumers are concerned whether the online seller is trustworthy or not. Time risk is a risk that is related to the time management, where consumer is concerned that they might waste their time when they shop online. Delivery risk is a risk that is related to the delivery of the product, where consumers are concerned that the product will not reach them due to it being delivered to the wrong address or being lost during transit. Physical risk is the risk that is related to the consumer concern that using online shopping might bring a harmful consequences to their health. Psychological risk is the risk that is related to the consumer's psychological discomfort and tension that may occur after they purchase online. Social risk is the risk that is related to the possibility that consumers will lose their status in their social group due to online shopping. This could be contribute to the fact that their social group is against this activity. Meanwhile, opportunity cost risk is the risk that is related to the possibility that consumers will not choose the best alternative when they engage in online shopping. Finally, after-sale risk is the risk that is related to the potential loss of after-sale service, and it is usually associated with the product problem, commercial dispute, and service guarantee. According to the literature, some of the risk dimensions that was identified have a negative impact on consumer online shopping behavior. For example, Arifin et al. Study in 2018 found 5 different types of risk consisting of financial, product, security, time, and psychological to negatively influence consumer online purchase intention. Similarly, another study by Nawi et al. In 2019 found 4 types of risk dimension consisting of after-sales, financial, psychological, and social risk to negatively influence consumer online purchase behavior in Malaysia. We now have almost reached the end of my presentation. In conclusion, it was suggested that when consumers intend to shop online, they will feel a certain degree of risk. Furthermore, this risk is composed of different dimensions, each that bring consumer a different amount of fear and concern. This is why there is a need to properly review and identify all the possible perceived risk dimensions in the online shopping environment. After reviewing the past literature, this study has managed to identify 12 types of risk dimension that is related to online shopping. Furthermore, some of these risk dimensions was also confirmed to have a negative impact over consumer online shopping behavior. This finding then confirmed that perceived risk was indeed a multidimensional construct. Furthermore, each of the perceived risk dimensions was also suggested to have the potential to influence consumer online shopping behavior. Therefore, scholars that aim to investigate the impact of perceived risk in online shopping context should investigate this concept as a multidimensional instead of unidimensional. This is because investigating perceived risk as a unidimensional might limit the study ability to properly identify the other risk dimensions that could also play an important role towards consumer online shopping behavior. Additionally, acknowledging the specific addition of perceived risk can also be useful to the scholars when it comes to predicting and explaining the reason behind why consumers will refuse to shop online. And with that, I conclude my presentation. Thank you.